Hey everybody, I decided to record my predictions and broadcast on Facebook Live at the same time. The first match I'm covering is the pre-show match versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. And I haven't really been able to keep up with Raw and SmackDown lately because at my job I work Mondays and Tuesdays, and for some reason I can never find the remote to the TV where I always watch it. But with this, I'm saying not Nia Jax probably will take this one, because one rumor that's been going around is that they're switching Sasha to a heel and possibly have the two of them end up facing each other at WrestleMania. Well, face Bayley at WrestleMania. So I have Sasha taking the pre-show. Rich Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight title. And this, I'm saying possibly Neville, because really he hasn't done anything on the main roster since he came up, other than forming a tag team to feud with against Stardust. Because really, he was the NXT champion for like maybe a year. He won the NXT title against Bo Dallas at the first takeover, and yet we went to the main roster, he has done absolutely nothing. And now that he went heel at Roadblock, they're gonna give him the Cruiserweight title. So I have Neville for that. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Gallows and Anderson for the Raw tag titles. Now this, back at Roadblock, I already knew that the New Day was gonna drop the titles because really they've done everything that they possibly can with those tag titles. They've held the titles longer than the original WWE tag team titles, and the World Tag Team titles, which came first, longer than anybody. So what else were they gonna do with the titles? Because in today's wrestling, you can't hold a title more than a year and a half. So this, I think it's about time that they give the titles to Carlos and Anderson, especially because the two of them were feuding with the New Day for months and they didn't get the titles at all. So I say it's about time that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows get the tag titles. The 6-woman tag team match between Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. I don't know too much about this one, other than the fact that Natalya attacked Nikki before their Survivor Series match, and again, I haven't been able to watch it because someone hides the remote from me at my job, so I can't change the channel in the one room so I can watch it when I take my lunch break. But with Mickie James coming back, and with her aligning herself to Alexa Bliss, I say Alexa, Mickie, and Natalya will defeat the others. Next, Charlotte versus Bayley for the Raw Women's title. Okay, this goes along with what I said about Sasha Banks and Nia Jax, with the rumors are going around that they were gonna have Bayley take on Sasha at WrestleMania for the titles, which would be awesome. Because if you didn't watch the first NXT Brooklyn or the follow-up NXT Respect, go and watch those, because those two matches were fucking awesome. Because quite frankly, the match at NXT Brooklyn 1 was better than the ladder match between Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. But with this, because they're pushing this whole undefeated at pay-per-view shit with Bayley, Charlotte may end up winning, but because what's rumored to be going down at WrestleMania, Charlotte could drop the title. But if that is true, then they better not do what they were doing for the past several months with Sasha and Charlotte. Charlotte wins at a pay-per-view. She loses at Raw, back and forth, because it was fucking predictable going into Roadblock, because it happened 2-3 months prior. So with this, I say Bayley will win the title from Charlotte, but a possibility that they might book a rematch on Raw. Charlotte wins, Bayley gets the title back at Fastlane, and then she gets back into a feud with Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. So Bayley, I say, is going to win. AJ Styles versus John Cena. I'm just going to say it right now, AJ Styles, because really, it's starting to get fucking ridiculous with fucking John Cena. I mean, I have no problem with John Cena. I like John Cena. But it's so fucking ridiculous that they want John Cena to have the most title reigns in history over fucking Ric Flair, which that's never going to happen because officially he's only been recognized as 17-time world champion when he's won more than that. And it's bullshit to try to say that John Cena is better than Ric Flair. He is not fucking better than Ric Flair. Because Ric Flair has, for his entire fucking career, he's gone to every single continent to... Well, you get what I'm fucking saying. Cena, he has only worked for 2 other promotions before making his main roster debut in 2002. UPW, which was the same place where Samoa Joe got his start, and OVW with Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and those guys. So all the countries he's visited has been under one company. AJ Styles is going to take, because it's bullshit that Cena goes away for like a month and a half and he comes back and automatically he gets a damn title shot. That's bullshit. Next, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Disqualification for the Universal title with Chris Jericho locked in a shark cage 10 feet above the ring. I say more than likely Reigns might be getting the title off of Owens. Is that with how they've been trying to push Roman Reigns in the past 2 years, is that they're probably going to have Roman get the title, and even though Jericho is right above the ring, he could still, and it's no disqualification, he could probably have like a sack full of stuff that he could just drop down and Owens uses to attack him. I mean, at NXT Brooklyn, the tag title match between it was the Dusty Rhodes Classic, the Offers of Pain versus, I forget who they were facing. Paul Ellering had dropped down a chain to use, even though he never actually was able to use it. But Jericho could just drop something down and Owens could use, but that could backfire. But more than likely, Roman's going to end up getting the title off of Owens, and who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 months leading up to WrestleMania, which that leads me to my next point with the Royal Rumble match. Now, you can never know who's going to win because of the fact that it's brand split time, so the winner could go to either Raw or SmackDown. And with the beef between Lesnar and Goldberg is done after WrestleMania, and Lesnar there's no way in hell that they would repeat what they did back in 2014 by having Lesnar win the title and only defended it one time between when he won it from SummerSlam up until when he defended at Royal Rumble. It was only one time he defended it, and you didn't see him for like 2 months. So the surprise entrance, I'm hoping that it's Kurt Angle, because he needs to just have one more match before he actually calls it quits, and he's already going to be in the Hall of Fame. And there's like so much going on with the Rumble that you can never actually know 100% who's going to win, because unless they're going to say the winner from one brand is going to go for that title, or the winner from could go to any brand, like how it was for years. Yeah, The Undertaker could win it because one of the rumors, but the plans were scrapped, was that Taker was going to win the Royal Rumble and that Cena was going to win the WWE title, and then Taker was going to win the title at WrestleMania and just go out on top. But apparently that plan has been scrapped, so really, I don't have a clear prediction on who's going to actually win. But I say the brand that's going to end up, the brand that's going to have their superstar win the whole thing, I'm saying SmackDown, because the way everything's been going lately, you can never. I don't really know who's going to come on top, because Seth is facing Triple H. That's pretty much how it's going to be. So I don't know. I'm just saying a surprise entrant could probably be Kurt Angle or someone else, and the brand that's going to win the Rumble, I'm saying SmackDown. Next month will be my predictions, possibly with my cousin Anthony if he's awake, for Fastlane and the Elimination Chamber. See ya.